which is fun, and now we're recording.
Makes me think of Wayne's World. 5, 4, 3.
Guys, you're counting. And they're like,
That's a good deep cut. That deserves the deep cut. Oh no, where did Dom go?
Goodbye.
Well, we'll see when Dom comes back. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Aaron.
you know what's cool? If you hit leave, you're just like, all right, you're gone.
You're gone.
Yeah. Don't need you here anymore.
I like it.
So that's good.
Nope, no confirmation needed. You chose.
No.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast. It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast.
It's good to see you guys. Sorry I missed last week.
How you feeling?
I had the Rona. I feel better. I feel quite a bit better. I still have some long COVID, some of that bullshit. Like, I'm ready for bed at like 7:30.
It's like every day for me.
Yeah, like that's like normal. You're
okay.
You're a man of your late 30s now.
Yeah.
That is true as of today.
That's right.
39.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you've been late 30s.
Yeah, that is true. This is, in fact, the latest of 30s.
Yes, this is the
Than
latest
I
that you
could be.
could be in a year sense
Yeah.
without giving too much away.
Yeah, you have a couple months on me, but not by much.
No, not by much.
Yeah, just being tired, got that like extra fatigue, but nah, I was able to walk a few miles today and yeah. So, I made it. But this is what I've been waiting for, frankly. This is the highlight of my week every week. When the three of
Depends
us
on the
meet.
week for me. It's
Really?
been the highlight of my day, I'll tell you that.
Well, thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
That's what we're about here on the Pretty Neat Podcast.
Hey, Ryan, we live near a wine country. Did you know that?
I did.
And there's also there's a run through the vineyard happening at the end of April. How does that make you feel?
I'm intrigued.
too.
How long are we running through this vineyard?
2K, 5K, 10K.
Oh, hell yeah. When do you sign up?
It's open through April 27th, and I don't think it's gonna sell out before you even get on, like the last one we signed up for did. Let me see how my hip does this weekend, and we'll make a decision.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's
Any
cheap. too.
any
It's like
progress on
$25.
that matter?
It's better. It's not
Huh?
and yeah, I was doing some interval splits like 10, 12 days ago. Felt pretty decent. I managed. It's like a pyramid. So like 10, 50, 15, 45 until you get to like 45 on, 30 off, and then you go backwards, right? So like up the pyramid and down.
Yeah.
Felt good. I managed to keep all the intervals in the range I wanted to be in. And then I got home and I was like putting a protein shake and some supplements together. And then my hip was like, what if, and hear me out. What if I stopped moving the way you need me to move? And I almost went down, and it's in one very
Jesus.
specific spot. Yeah, I know, right? It's in one very specific spot. It's weird. Like I can totally pedal, no problem. But yeah,
That sucks.
the hip itself is, but it's better today, and it was better yesterday and the day before. I was able to do some light jogging yesterday, so that's good.
Speaking of someone in their late 30s.
When you say light
Right.
jogging,
Yes.
When you say light jogging, like how do you define that?
Like a pace beyond a walk, but not running. So I talked to the
That is-
young lady at the shoe store that was helping me get fitted. And she said, are you trying to go faster? And I said, there's not a piece of shoe or clothing or technology on earth that will make me run faster. So my light jog is not the same as like
No?
an actual person's light jog, but you know what? It is for me, okay?
We need to get you some PF flyers,
Maybe so.
just like Benny the Jet. Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's where I'm
Yeah,
at.
we need a big ass dog
see.
to chase you.
I think a 2K I can for sure do.
Nice. Ryan,
I would like to at
congrats.
least do the 5. You're
On
out here
congrats on what?
setting PRs every week.
Your 10K. Your 10K PR.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I've been on a nice progression of every time I run, it's a new personal best. So now I'm switching it up and I'm doing tempo runs, so that my long runs will be even faster. I ran like a 6K this afternoon. I realized the time that you need to prepare for a half marathon is about 14 weeks on average, and we're like 26 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going a little ahead of schedule. So now it's just about what else can I do. So it's fun. It's fun. I actually am now looking forward to going out and running. I have switched up my routine and taking different paths, and now I tend to not look at my watch while I'm running, and then when I get to a certain point, it's just like, have I gone far enough, and then make the determination of what my route's going to be. And I found that if I take my over-the-ear headphones, it's much more enjoyable for the noise cancellation factor, because I tend to run on some busy streets for certain sections. So it's been good. It's been good.
Props to you, Mr. Ryan.
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Trying to remain injury free.
Yeah.
Me too.
For the 425 followers we have on Spotify who are following our year of hard things 2024, that's the progress report on everybody. I survived COVID. Ryan set a PR, and Dom is recovering from his hip, but is almost at the end of your 75 hard.
So let's talk about this. I refused to stop training and just went harder at everything else I was doing. And I set a 30-minute PR on the Peloton for endurance work, which is good because I've done a lot. There's a lot of competition for my fastest time, and I wasn't even planning on it. And then like 7 minutes in, I saw my pace against my record, and I was like, oh, I can hit that. And I just started cranking. It was a good time. And then, been lifting and really, really committing to yoga. And it's been a good time. It's been a good time. Friday is day 75, and it will finish, I decided, with a 24-hour fast on top of everything else. And I kind of feel like my high school girlfriend is going away after the summer. That's how 75 hard being over feels, because I do think there's going to be an adjustment period. We don't have the healthiest relationship, right? Like,
I think I think we're having different relationship experiences here.
no, I'm kidding. I definitely do have a much healthier relationship than I did with that individual. You know, it's gonna be interesting to see how I'm able to kind of reacclimate to the parts of my life. Like, I was talking to my wife about it, and
Yeah, what, you were talking to your wife about your girlfriend?
no, we were talking about how, like, she's like, oh, well, you know, at Easter, which we were going to Arizona for where her parents are, you know, you won't have to worry about what you eat. And I was like, yeah, that's the thing. If I'm going to spend the calories, I'm not eating the rolls at your mom's house, like, which are good, whatever. I'm gonna use them on something I really want, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
there a
it's a weird mindset.
Is there we've talked about like the specific Christmas or holiday food. We've talked about that. Is there a specific Easter food that you look forward to?
No.
Because I love ham.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
ham is fine. I like deviled eggs, but I could probably eat those. So
Yeah.
I will say
Anyway.
though, and shout out to this person who I'm not going to name, but my teacher at my school. I was telling her about it on Friday, and then she comes in yesterday and she's like, "Oh, this is day one for me," and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" So the year of
You're
hard
spreading
things.
You're spreading it. Good. If you'd like to continue to spread the word with us, join the
Yeah.
fellowship. Go to thepretyneatpodcast.com. Hit the mailbag. Let us know your thoughts, your comments, your questions.
That's
we'll
right.
get at them. And follow us on all the other things, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the Spotifys, the Apple Podcasts, wherever you do that stuff. And we hope you enjoy the show where we talk about UFC and other pretty neat stuff. I rewatched, while I bring up last week's fights, I rewatched all of the Star Wars movies while I was sick. Just the movies. Episode 1 through 9. That was a trip. I have a lot more appreciation for episodes 1 through 3 than I did in the past.
Listen,
Just throwing that out there.
in like the Never Nudes, there are dozens of us, Aaron, who know that the original 3 movies are in fact the worst 3 Star Wars movies. There are dozens of
Episodes
us, okay?
4 through 6. You're talking about New Hope, Empire, and Return.
I am there are dozens of us who know that those are the worst of the movies. I can defend it. I can prove it. You won't like it, but I can do it.
You don't have to. That's okay.
You won't.
That's a.
Much like the new thing where if you don't like what you're being told, you just say it's not real. You don't have to like it, but it's true.
I did throw in
I can
Rogue
tell
One
by
for
the
good
way
measure.
it is.
Also,
Rogue One.
I threw.
You know what? Not great.
I love.
Let's be
I
real.
like it.
The Han Solo movie.
Didn't
Borderline
watch that.
unwatchable? It's unwatchable.
Didn't
I'm
watch
sorry.
Han Solo.
Ryan is like he's like vibrating in his chair. He's so angry. And it's fine.
I take offense to saying that Rogue One is not good.
Okay.
Rogue One
Rogue
is
One.
Rogue One is definitely top 4 all Star Wars movies.
I would agree with that.
Okay.
Rogue
That's
One
One
good.
is
You can-
amazing.
You can both think it, and I would have to really sit down, and I'd have to watch it one more time. I'm higher on Rogue One than I'm saying here today, but the fact of the matter is, come on,
Rogue One, and like, it had added value that I watched it in order. So like, I watched it
canon
right
order?
after.
Order?
Yes, Storycron. So I watched episode 3, then I watched Rogue One, then I watched New Hope. Mwah. It was
No.
great.
but it's not though, because the acting in New Hope is fucking atrocious. It's
They didn't know what they were
fucking
doing.
atrocious. Yeah, and it's
A lot
real
of the
obvious they
acting
didn't know
in
what
Star
they were
Wars
doing.
is atrocious. So
Yeah.
I mean, to call that out is like, yeah, like that happens everywhere.
It's
Episode
so
2, have you
bad,
seen that?
it
The
takes
dialogue in
you-
episode 3.
Listen, I'm not saying the acting in the other 6 is good per se, but only one set of the trilogies has an Oscar winner or a nominee, if I'm not mistaken. Not that that really matters, but it kind of does. Does
I
Adam
would
Driver
be
have an Oscar? That's
surprised.
what I'm talking about.
No, and I would
No?
be surprised if any of the first 3.
Are you sure he
Didn't.
doesn't?
I think every Star Wars movie has been nominated for special effects.
No,
I think
actor.
Yeah,
every
he's
single
talking
one
about
of
the
them.
actors.
Acting?
He won for Marriage Story, Best Actor.
Oh, so he didn't win for Star Wars.
No, but he's
Oh,
in
he won.
Star
He's won
Wars.
2. But he's gotten
he
Best
has-
Supporting and
Who?
Best Actor. He's got 2.
How many does DiCaprio have?
One.
1.
Okay, well, scoreboard. That's all I'm saying. Listen,
Scoreboard, baby.
all I'm saying is I'm not saying I don't have creative choice issues with 7, 8, and 9. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the acting in 4, 5, 6 is so bad that I actually contend that most of what people are talking about when they say they love the original Star Wars, not the new ones, and this fits to the trilogies too, is that it doesn't make them feel the way they felt when they first watched it when they were little. Whatever
Oh, well, that's
little was for
bullshit.
them. No, it's not. Because now
Yeah.
they expect it to put them in that mindset, that place mentally, and it simply can't do that because you're asking it to.
Yeah. I agree with you on that.
So people are saying, Force Awakens is basically a shot-for-shot remake of New Hope. Okay, maybe. But don't you say New Hope is like the golden manna of what Star Wars movies can be? So why wouldn't they do that? Like, come on. Harry fought Voldemort 7 times, and we couldn't get enough of that shit. Like, let's and it's fine. I'm not saying they're not fun movies, but they kind of suck. And I actually think it's and they knew, if you any history, any documentary, any reading you do about the making of those movies, is guys like Harrison Ford were like, hey, George, these lines suck. These lines are really bad. I'm not saying this. They knew.
yeah, it was
And
50 years ago
What the
also.
fuck else was Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher in? Oh, wait.
Mark Hamill
Nothing.
has a very storied
After
voice
or
acting
before?
Voice
career.
acting doesn't count. Voice acting doesn't count. Put him in front of a camera. I'm talking about.
Jay and
I'm not-
Silent Bob Strike Back.
I'm not playing Luke Skywalker. I'm not taking away his voice acting career. I'm just saying that's a different skill set entirely than being in front of the camera. And in fact, he's still alive. He could have been prominently featured in 14 hours of Star Wars movies that they made, and he wasn't. So, come on.
Well, the fact that Disney can afford better actors than Lucasfilm could 50 years ago, I don't think is a statement that is fair to compare
Natalie
them.
Portman won an Oscar. She was in
Yeah,
Star
but I'm
Wars.
talking about 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
James,
also-
James
Hey,
Earl
hey.
Jones,
She's also a
Alec
pedophile.
Guinness.
She's also a pedophile. Can I say the P word? She's one of those in those first 3 movies, okay?
That is kind of true.
Her character.
But then again, she was supposed to be a teenager.
Sorry, her character is. That's right. And she is supposed to be like 14. I get it.
Yeah. And this we're
Harrison
talking
Ford won
about
an Oscar in 1986.
4?
What 86? That shit, is it the one
Did
where
he
he
really?
played the guy who lost his memory? He didn't win for
He
Indiana
did not
Jones.
win an Oscar.
Yeah,
Says he
something
did.
Henry? Something Henry? I guess I have to look now.
58th Academy Awards, Best Actor, 1986.
What?
Suck on that.
Golden Globes.
Yeah, I don't see it, dude. 58 Academy Awards, you're saying?
Witness. Nominated. Didn't win.
Didn't win.
Damn it.
There we
And
go.
and he is the exception that proves the rule, and they got lucky with him. And he's the only one they did bring back. So, like, truly bring back. I guess Carrie Fisher came back a little bit.
They also
Anyway,
had
whatever.
Alec Guinness, and they had James Earl Jones.
They had James Earl Jones's voice.
Mm-hmm. But Alec Guinness was already an Oscar winner.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, have you ever seen Bridge on the River Kwai? It's a
No.
fucking awesome movie. Gotta gear up on your old World War II movies.
In fairness, I have to gear up on a lot of movies.
I think this recap while we're talking about Star Wars is sort of a statement about the quality of or our thoughts on last week's results.
I didn't watch it. I went and saw Dune Part 2.
How was
Far
that?
better use of my time. Excellent.
Nice.
Must
I like
watch
Chalamet.
in theaters.
I like Chalamet.
Timothée? Yeah, Timothée.
Mhm.
It was all about. Honestly, he was good. Zendaya, her performance was excellent. For me, Rebecca Ferguson. Wow. Rebecca Ferguson.
Do I have to look this person up?
Let me see.
She plays Paul Atreides' mother.
Oh,
Oh.
She becomes the Reverend Mother.
and we're
In
saying she's a good
Arrakis.
actress, or she's on the list.
Both.
Yes, she
There
is
we
on
go.
the list. Now, have you read the Dune books?
Yes.
What'd you think?
So really old. There's a lot of honestly, he takes a lot. He said it. Frank Herbert has said he took a lot from Islam, Muslim culture. They use the word jihad a lot in the book, and Denis Villeneuve really changed a lot within the story to kind of modernize it. The book is good. I haven't read any of the other sequels,
Yeah.
but his intent, as I understand it, was to portray Paul Atreides as what everything that goes wrong with the savior type figure,
Mm-hmm.
right? The Messiah type figure. But I don't necessarily think that really comes through to a lot of people. And that's why he wrote a sequel book, was to basically make the distinction, because of this, all of this fallout happens as a result. I read it. I mean, it's one of those things, if you like sci-fi, it's almost like required reading.
I do like sci-fi, and I got about 60% of the way through it and decided I could not finish it anymore.
Wow.
There you
Yeah.
go. Well, it's good to know that it's solid. I definitely want to see it. Confession, I have to watch the first one. I've only ever seen the original.
The 1984 one.
Yep. Yeah, and
Austin
it was,
Butler plays the character who was portrayed by Sting in the 80s
Yeah.
version, Fade
Yeah.
Routha, and it's quite the portrayal.
Yeah, I have heard as such. He looks like a dude from Prometheus. So
He does. Everybody that's a Harkonnen looks like they came from Prometheus.
Okay. I'm down for that. Why not? It looked pretty cool. But
Very pale.
did you watch any of the highlights from ROZENSTRUIK versus GAZIEV?
Not a damn one.
Well, there's not too much to say. I mean, ROZENSTRUIK just demonstrated why it's good to be a heavyweight athlete and not just a fat fuck who fights, which is apparently what Shamil is. Got tired, could not continue after the fourth round. Vitor Petrino retired Tyson Pedro. Tyson Pedro decided to retire afterwards, and at the post-fight press conference said it's because he needed to make money for his family. So, a little bit of a knock on the UFC.
I saw a headline for that saying because he didn't win, he was looking to rob somebody after the fight.
Yep.
Jokingly, of course, but it's sad commentary at the state of fighters in the UFC or fighters in
I
general.
have a question about this.
What's up?
Of the fighters in the UFC, who is there against their will?
Nobody.
That's my issue with fighter pay. They signed on the dotted line, and then they go public complaining about what they're getting. You didn't have to do that.
No, no, but base salary for an NBA player starting is 1.1 million a
Okay.
season.
And do
They
you
make
really
a lot more money
hang
than
on?
the
Do you
UFC.
really want to talk about how much more money the NBA generates?
No,
Because
because I
it's
know it's a shitload
billions
more.
of dollars more.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not comparable.
It's not. It's not yet, and that's a totally fair story. And I think that fighters too, they have to kind of look out for different health things to protect themselves from, and should be
Mhm.
retiring earlier anyway. So, and realistically, I think there's enough competition in other promotions now too. I like
I
the
agree with that
UFC.
entirely.
I like
Yeah,
the show.
I agree with that too. Yeah.
But like, if he wants to keep fighting, he should go to PFL. He should jump ship. Jamie Pickett retired also after another
Well,
loss.
yeah.
Yep. Umar Nurmagomedov went the distance with a Kazakhstani Beksat Almakhan, which was pretty good fight. Steve Ercik knocked Matt Schnell out cold in the second round. That was probably the highlight of the whole thing, except for Vinicius Oliveira, who, with Bernardo Sopage both making their UFC debut, flying knee KO in the third round to finish it off. Vinicius Oliveira is going to be a big deal in bantamweight. He is going to be a big deal. There's Max Pain Griffin joining the show.
What up?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm just trying to get my fucking thing right.
Yeah, no, take your time, man. Well, welcome to the Pretty Neat Podcast once again. It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Thank you, man. I'm okay. I'm good now that I'm alive and talking to my buddies about the UFC event that just went down, and we're gonna get into some picks pretty soon. How about yourself?
Perfect. I've been kind of running around today. Got some training in this morning, and then I just got a tattoo or some color on my side. More Sacramento. I have a brass knuckle California on my ribs. And I got a Sacramento. I got some more Sacramento shit on it. I don't know if you can see.
Nice.
Very
So I
nice.
got the Sacramento sign and the I-80 East, which is like our freeway out here.
Yeah.
I'm not like wrestling and shit, but I went over every Tuesday. I go hang out with Anthony Hernandez in the garage, and we just go at it. But today I wasn't going at it, so we burned it down. And he's like, just come through and smoke. Slava's supposed to come through. So Slava Borchev is a stud. He's out of Team Alpha Male, but he's fighting Chase Hooper. They just got that fight a few days ago. So Anthony's been grappling full. So we just came, we kind of worked some advice. He came and, we worked over some positions that Chase Hooper likes to get in. Because, Chase Hooper, pure grappler. So we know he's going to try to wrestle. That's his only path to victory. Not even wrestle, just grapple.
So
but
that's,
we just
that's
went over
May
some
11th in Missouri, in St. Louis.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have one lined up yet?
No, I fought out my contract. I just wanted to have like the best bang for my buck and have the best opportunity for myself.
Yeah.
And it worked out. It's a risky move, Oh, I got my ass with my last fight, Who knows? But that's not the case. And we're just working on another deal.
Yeah. Has UFC talked to you about a new contract?
Yeah, we've been talking. Uriah got the job done, per se. So they want me. Now it's just numbers and opponent. So
nice.
And it's congratulations on that. So that's a 6-fight standard, right?
No. I've done 4 fights. I've done 5 fights. Yeah, it's kind of whatever you want, really. Holly Holm, I think, just did a 10-fight. Anderson Silva, 10 fights. They're trying to lock him in forever,
Yeah.
or something like that. You see, so I think even Anderson Silva, when he was still fighting, I think he signed like a 10 12 fight deal, just so he can't go anywhere else at the end of his career.
Yeah. Appropriate timing. What did you think about Tyson Pedro in the post fight? Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I saw how. I mean, I don't know everything he said, but you know how these media things are. Like, you'll talk for fucking 20 minutes, and then it'll say one sentence. You know, they'll pick what the fuck they want, so you gotta be careful on what you say. But
Fair
yeah, I
enough.
mean, he said that he want to be running for kids. And he wasn't making a lot of money. You know,
Yeah.
it's what it is. I mean, I've been there. You lose a fight, fucking you don't fight. It sucks compared to if you won. And got
Yeah.
your bonus money. It's a totally different thing. So, but that's something we
Yeah.
know. I mean, that's something that's part of the game, and I agree that
Mm-hmm.
we do need to make more. But I mean, we all know what it's like.
Yeah. So now I gotta post a headline on our website that says Max Griffin says we need to make more, right?
See, yeah, you can say yeah, but you need to make more money. See, yeah, see what I'm saying?
I wouldn't do that shit. This is I wanted to flex that. I know you've seen this. You're in the card trade. You know
I need
what's
to put
up.
yours up. It looks like me.
That's you. PSA 10, Gem Mint, Pop
Let's
101,
go.
0 higher. I'm thinking about giving it away on the show when we hit some good milestone or something.
Okay.
But I know I see you in the card trade rooms from time to time. Fluffy, of course, is flying right now.
Yeah, I'm sitting at my table right now.
Yeah. Oh, you hit one of his. Nice. Man, is that
These booklets are thick. Look at this. It's all. These booklets are thick, dude.
nice?
Yeah, look at it. It bends in the middle,
Yeah,
But,
that's legit.
yeah, I'm in my
been,
card room. I'm in my card room. Here's a Pandora. You can't even see.
Oh
can't-
shit. Nice.
The light sucks on it. There's like Pandora squares in it, but I have hella fluffy cards, bro. I probably have 30, 40 probably. I bought hella. Because he's a rookie, bro. He's a rookie.
Can't
Yeah.
you?
Now's the time.
Can't you get them all signed? what's
Yeah,
what's
I
the
could.
game with that?
And
So after this, Max, I'm sending you like a box of cards that are just gonna be you and Fluffy, and just like a big bottle of whatever alcohol you want as a thank you.
it's funny, this guy that we know, this dude just came, this guy I met online or whatever. He wanted to sign some cards though, but Stan, this fool brought hella. Like, I'll sign a couple of your cards, but I'm not gonna sign all these cards so you can sell them. You know what I mean? Like, I might sign a few for you to sell, but not This guy had a stack, bro. Like, it's like 20 some cards. It's like when the guys
Mhm.
are at the fights and they have the big board of gloves. I'm like, can you sign these 20 gloves? You're like, no, I'm not gonna sign those gloves, bro.
I got an email. They just like announced a lot of the International Fight Week events and
Yeah.
the Fan Expo and stuff like that. And they had the autograph signing sessions, fighter meet and greets. Is that something you participate in every year?
Not every year. I did the year before. I didn't do this last year, but I did the year before. So not 23, but I did 22. It was fun.
Yeah.
Resorts World. We said at Resorts World when it first came out. Yeah, me
Mhm.
and Dominic Reyes actually. Yeah, it was sick.
He's local to us down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dom's a
We're
homie.
down. We're down
Dom's
by
a homie.
or there. You guys are by Hendo's gym, and I moved from there, and now I'm in Austin, where nobody fights, but we have Joe Rogan. So
Yeah, I was gonna say you got Joe Rogan out there.
yeah, I went to his
So-
comedy club a few weeks ago, and Joe Pfeiffer was there, and he was a pretty cool guy to meet. It was right
Really?
before he fought Jack Hermanson,
Yeah.
so he was still pretty high on himself, but he
Yeah.
got humbled.
Yeah. It was a
Still a
trip,
good
man.
guy.
It was a trip being out there with all that because I don't know too much about Jeremiah, but I thought that he was on the Sean Brady team, and I didn't know for sure, but I assumed because Paul Felder was talking real high on him and stuff. But I figured that he is teammates. You know, they are the same group. You know, but they had, since it was Joe Pyfer, the Apex had like 40 of their dudes there, 50 guys there. Ooh, Fightopia.
Yeah.
Woo-woo.
What do you
Yeah, I wanted.
what do you mean the Apex had 40 of their guys there?
So like we have times where we like schedule time on fight week to like um, go to PT, you know, get worked on, you know, by them, or we get cage time
Oh,
upstairs where
I
we're
see.
working out.
At the Performance Institute.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he had, dude, there were so many people, so there's so many eyes and ears up there watching you, what you're doing and what you're fucking talking about and what you're eating and what they're fixing on your body. Like, it's hella like too much, so we don't go. I mean, I'll go do PT, but I don't hit pads there. I don't do any kind of like skill work there. You know, I don't want it. It was just way too many eyes. Way too many eyes. That's something people gotta be careful about, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying. Okay, interesting.
Not I mean like
Interesting.
spies, but not like intent, not like spies just on just
No,
on
yeah,
how it is.
not in like a against the rules type of way.
Yeah.
And, okay,
like
so, but also like if I'm reading between the lines of what you're saying kind of what I talk about this sort of thing a lot. Like we talked about it, and it's fitting for this week when O'Malley fought Aljamain Sterling as the challenger. They had O'Malley's Sweet Sweat collaboration on the mat, right? So the UFC has a vested interest in Sean winning that fight.
Yeah.
So they're pushing Joe Pyfer, right? He doesn't.
Totally.
A guy like that doesn't go on the Joe Rogan Experience for no reason, right? Like that's
For sure.
the biggest show in the world. He's there because somebody pulled some strings, probably, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
so, and then he kind of got his ass kicked after the first round.
Yeah. That's interesting. I've been wanting to take a tour of this place next time in Vegas.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's great, but it's like it used to be more personal. Like I was here when they opened it. It was it's 2017 at the Athletes Retreat with WME IMG Bottom. I remember it was like super private. You know, now it's like all these different athletes are in there: NFL, NBA, like the women's freaking basketball team, which is cool. But it took away from just like the fighters thing. It's like the fighter, their friends, their cousins, like it's just it. I don't want to say it's a shit show, but it's like it's not like it used to be. You know what I mean? It's crowded. It's crowded in there. It just lost its like privateness, I guess you'd say. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's like it like gone commercial kind of. It like
It's like a spectacle.
Yeah, more than like
Okay.
a private get better kind of place. Now people are, you know, taking pictures there and making it it's like a showpiece kind of thing now. Versus like a club just for the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are they bringing in like full teams? Like, will there be a basketball team there?
They have different athletes there, but I mean, they run practices there like every day. Like maybe, yeah, they have big practices there. I mean, even the people train there, which is great. They've been training there. Like the staff, I mean, they have people who come train them at night. Like they just run different stuff all the time out of there. But they help all kinds of people, you know?
That's cool. But I can see what you mean by like the oversaturation. Like it could just
you don't know who's there for who or who knows who. There's some guy staring at you through the cage. You're hitting pads. It's like, who's this guy? You know, you don't. It's just like,
and he's
you're
like
in the sauna. I mean,
you're in the
sauna.
peeking around the corner for John Jones or some shit. Is what you're saying.
I mean, I was in the. I remember I was in the sauna with Tim Means. You know, it's like good thing we're cool. It's like, is it cool? Like, Yeah, it's cool. You know, it's like sitting in there.
That's somebody we should talk to. I would love to talk to Dirty Bird.
Dirty Bird's a good dude, man. Had a lot of respect fighting him, and
Yeah, that was a
shout
good
out
fight.
to Means, man. Yeah, he's an OG, man. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm still pulling for you to fight Chiesa.
I'm down.
I like that. I
I
think
like it too. I'm down.
you deserve somebody higher up, and
Yeah,
I just think it's time. I mean, RDA is fighting. Isn't that this weekend?
yeah.
Yeah, he's and we'll get into these fights. We're gonna talk about these. Mateus Gamrot. Yeah, good luck with that. I'll take Mateus.
Especially at lightweight, he keeps jumping, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's like every other fight he's at a different weight
Mhm.
class.
Yeah. Did you hear the rumors about the 165 class?
I did, and I heard it's for real. What I heard it's
Are,
for real too. I
yeah.
do 65. I mean, I cut the one.
Can you
I have
hang
to
on?
cut.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you tell us what you heard, or can you just say that you heard something?
I just heard that that if it did happen, yeah, I don't know exactly, but
Is there like
You
a
can
big
say
name out there or something? who's
Conor McGregor potentially
Michael Chandler?
165.
I mean, I think they'll do that. I do think that'll be a thing. I think they're going to introduce the 165 title for Conor to fight for.
He
But I
needs
can
one.
hear from multiple sources that it's for real. I mean, it makes sense. Think about it.
Yes.
It
does.
makes
Yeah.
sense. Like, it just does. I mean, why is 170 the only like outlayer? You know,
Mm-hmm.
20, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, all the way up.
So then it goes 65, 75.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
We support it.
I'm for it. I like
Yeah,
more
I'm down
belts.
for it. I could cut a little bit of weight.
Yeah.
I usually, I cut weight pretty easy, but I only do one cycle and I'm done. Like this last time, I think I was 179 when we started, and then I just wore my coconut sweet sweat, put the sauna suit on,
Shout out.
where you can move around, hit the pads, take it off, get in the sunbox, get out there, get in the burrito, and I was 172. So
There you go.
one time, I know
Heck
guys
yeah.
that cut like 20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Sweet sweat does work.
Coconut one, that's the
Mm-hmm.
one though. The coconut one is twice as good as the fucking plain one.
I'm using the O'Malley one right now.
Which
Well,
one's the
feel
amount
free-
one?
It's got CBD in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Relax the muscles a little bit
but
afterwards
I'll
too.
pick up some coconut or sweet sweat if you're listening. Send us some bottles. Come on.
It's bomb, dude. The coconut one, I'm telling you, is fucking where it's at.
Nice. I want to know, and we'll definitely get into talking about UFC 299 in a minute. But like we're friends on LinkedIn. We chat on there from time to time, and like I work in an accelerator that helps startups like get going and stuff like that. I'm really curious about Fightopia. Like you saw me bring it up. I've heard
Yeah.
you talk about it. It seems like a metaverse, like not even quite metaverse because it's not technically in the metaverse, right? It's just a VR sort of AR community meeting place for MMA fans, right? Like my
Yeah,
guys
I
here
guess
will
if
go.
you say it like that, it's like my own metaverse.
Yeah,
The
right.
Max first, but it's a meeting place, a meeting point that we've been working in, but we'll be able to bring the MMA community in. I want to say we're doing like a pre-launch kind of launch thing next week on the 14th, next Thursday.
Nice.
And do you use
Yeah,
like a
You just need
like
the
a
code.
Quest or something? Like
You
a Quest
can,
3?
yeah. You could even use your phone. You could just put
Okay.
the link and it goes to your phone, and you can make a guy and fucking run around and shit.
That's cool.
But you can be in the thing. That's the end goal if you have that capability. But if you don't, it's mobile on the laptop. But I'm actually getting some pictures printed. Right, we're gonna do like a contest. Let's make it real. So, to make it real, and it's in the game. I have some Getty images that I'm assigned, in frame of me punching Jeremiah or different ones, and we'll be able to like import that into the game. So you'll be able to go in there like, oh shit, that's the thing, and see it in the fucking thing, and then we'll have like a winner or do something. We're still coming up with exactly what to do, but we want to do stuff that is in both, right? You could buy the shirt in real life, and then in the game you could wear the shirt too, or you could get the thing in the game, and but we're gonna have watch parties. We're gonna have different events, different meet and greet things, different just social things.
That's cool. I love the idea of the watch parties too.
Yeah,
I was about to say, like, Ryan and Dom, like, will hit the movie theater from time to time for the big cards, and like I'll stay at home, right? Because there's not really a lot of theaters here that do. And so I was curious, like, if there was like a watch party like that, and I could throw on the PSVR or like an Oculus or something and just hang out, like that'd be rad.
I know. That's why we're doing it. I thought about it too. I was like, that would be lit. I did go into like a UFC one. I think it was on the Oculus or maybe One FC. Yeah, I think it was One FC. It's on the Oculus. Sorry, the PS. I think it was on the PSVR. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, but I went and you go watch this. You go watch, right? But you're hanging out with all these fucking different people and fucking. There's like a fight on. You're just watching, hella big. Like you're at the drive-ins. It's fucking huge. And you're watching, you're fucking shaking hands and fucking dancing and shit,
There was a baseball game that they broadcast last year where it was kind of like what you're talking about, a major league game where it took me a little bit to get it connected on my phone, but once I did, I was able to like walk around the concourse of the stadium and then turn my phone and look at the field and the players, or there were some cameras or something mounted that. The avatars for the players were what the actual players were doing. It was cool. I definitely think there's a market for that sort of thing, and as that VR AR technology gets more widespread, I think it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it is. You're just going to see a bunch of 360 cameras at all these events now. That'll be cool.
Anthony just had one. He got one. We were doing it today when we were in the garage working. He said that it's this little ball thing, this little ball camera on this stand, and he just had it in the middle of the room, and he said, motherfucker, it records 360 the whole time. So he's like, when you edit it, you can look at them training, either got me hitting the bong, like at the same time, like in different angles. But make it... I need to order one, actually, because I've seen it, and I was like, dude, that's fucking... We can use that for sparring, use that for training, for content, like
everything.
I'm getting that shit. Everything, every fucking thing.
I like it. I mean, the UFC could hang one like from the center of the octagon, and then you just throw it in the VR, and you're just standing in the middle of the octagon watching the whole thing. Like I've seen
the referee camera that PFL uses, even.
Yeah.
Oh man, if you could just choose to watch from that angle the whole fight, that'd be crazy. Crazy.
I think the UFC maybe they did one event like that. I remember them talking about it, but I don't know if they ever did it. I remember them like
maybe for the Sphere they'll do it.
No, wasn't it with Zuckerberg when he was at the Apex? Didn't they do that? They shut it down so they could do a metaverse type event. Isn't that?
I think they shut it down. I don't know if they did an event there. But I know they said that they were trying to set that up, right? Like, be able to watch it VR style. But I don't know. I couldn't find it when I tried to...
I mean, that would be huge. That will be reality in 12 months at the rate at which AR, VR technology is improving. It's actually A lot of things in the next 12
Some of that
months
VR
that'll
shit's
be a
pretty
reality
fucking cool,
because of
man.
that.
I used to be
The-
in a lot more, but with the Oculus, I mean, they have. I don't have the new one. I have the older one, but I mean, the boxing games on there, the different like even like shopping game, like there's all kind of shit on there, man. And your body,
Yeah.
I think it's 10 minutes or whatever, and your body like doesn't know the difference. Like your fucking your mind doesn't know the difference. You're really in there, fucking. It's a trip, yeah. What they're gonna be doing. I mean, if you could just sit in the seat and watch. I mean, I think they have some basketball games that are like that. You just sit
the
in the
NBA
stands.
does it, yeah. And then Major League Soccer, there's some rumors with what they're doing with that. And then there were some cameras. I don't think they've announced it yet, but at the slam dunk contest a couple weeks ago, people were taking pictures of the 360 cameras that were like mounted around the court because they had that LED court too. Did you see that?
No.
Like the court itself was like a moving LED screen. It was pretty cool. It's definitely going to be a cool. Like I'm picturing like home run derby, like
shit.
You can track the ball like from the ball's perspective.
Yeah. Oh, this is wild.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this court. That's
Is that
wild.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they had fans like racing, and they had to like run around obstacles and shit that were all displayed on the court.
They didn't play the All-Star game on it. They did the skills and the dunk contest and stuff. But I mean, it's just a matter of time before they're doing exhibition games where the center court lights up, and that's where 6 points. Well, while it's lit up or whatever.
Oh shit!
I need a charger.
Yeah.
This is straight up like. This feels like they're making NBA Jam like a potential overlay. Like they're gonna be like he's on fire, and they're gonna show like a fire like around his feet while he's running through the whole place. Oh, this is crazy. Oh yeah, this is wild. This reminds me of like cosmic bowling, but it's cosmic basketball.
in the garage.
This is crazy. This is wild. I'm into it.
I want my phone to die. So.
That's all good. We get you.
Well,
let's talk about. We'll talk about UFC 299 then. Get your thoughts on it, and go from here. First of all, are you going to Miami for these fights this weekend?
I'm not. I was supposed to go to New York. But now I'm not. Yeah, it had to be postponed. I was gonna. I'm with shout out to FilthBombBreaks. We out here. I'm a team FilthBombBreaks. They're out of New York, and I'm supposed to go to New York to the Fanatics fucking station, the Fanatics headquarters things to break some new tops because Panini's gone. So it's Fanatics cards now. So I was coming to studio to come break those new cards, but it got postponed to sometime in March. So
March 27th now is when the new Topps
got a date?
UFC. Yeah, 27th is what I've seen. I was at the local card shop earlier, and they said it was the 20th of March, but now they're all saying 27th.
Okay, thank you. I need to know because I need to fucking book more fights. Okay, so I was gonna go, but then I need to do that, but then that just fell out. So,
hey, if you're there,
where I won't
March,
be there. Oh, where? New York.
Yeah, if you're in New York, March 30th is the card in Newark, New Jersey, the Blanchfield card.
Really?
Super jelly if you get to go to that one for sure.
I'll go if it makes sense. Is it?
Yeah, March 30th, Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be right there. Gotta watch Luque and Buckley. Weidman's back. That's gonna be a good one. There's a couple good fights on this card. Verna Yandaroba still doesn't know which direction she's looking.
She's a real nice lady, man.
I believe it. But I'm gonna
That's
say
funny
because
all we ever talk about is her fucking eyes. So.
I love the Blanchfield-Ferrell matchup. I think that's a good fight. Anyway, let's talk UFC 299. Is anybody from your camp fighting on this card?
Yeah, we got Macy Barber fighting.
Oh shit.
We have Song Yadong fighting.
Yeah. Oh, and she's fighting Katie Chooks, formerly known.
Sarah Bernard.
Yeah. Is well then I would definitely want your thoughts on those two for sure. What is how do you think this goes down between Macy Barber and Caitlin?
Macy's gonna win. Caitlin, I mean,
She's
I
been out
always
for
have
a
a
while.
connection with her. She passed me the blunt, Snoop Dogg's blunt, out in Las Vegas years ago.
Wow.
Snoop Dogg did a concert for us at the athletes retreat, and he passed his fucking blunt out to the crowd, and we thought nobody would like do anything because we're on camera, but we all ran like, ah! We all charged.
That's amazing.
The blunt and fucking, she passed it to me. I remember that. She's like, here, like we hit it past. Everyone's puff passing, and she fucking passed it to me, and I saw her, and she fucking passed. I hit it, passed it, but she's the one who fucking gave it to me. I always remember that.
Yeah.
Apart from that
Yeah.
aside, I think Macy's gonna beat her up. You know, I know she
How's
does
she
like
gonna-
to run, and she is long. And TI's
Mhm.
like, yeah.
Yep.
Macy's slick, man. We have good coaches. Macy's mean too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for her to do some work, man.
Yeah, I think Macy's gonna get it done as well. I think she's gonna light her up. I think she's gonna out wrestle her. And I mean, Caitlin Chukagian, being that I just turned 39, Katie is 35. You know, she's a little bit older in terms of fight age, but she also hasn't fought since October of 2022, and it was a loss to Manon Ferrell. So like, what's that gonna do when you're out for almost a year and a half and your last fight was a loss?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how much growth she has left. So I'm in alignment with you. Do you think it's a decision, or do you think Macy finishes her off?
Macy wants to finish her. I know Caitlin's good at like running, like staying. I only say running because she moves around a lot and doesn't do a lot of damage. You know, I feel like that's why I say running. She doesn't run. She moves around a lot and doesn't do much damage. So if you're doing damage, that's different. You know, but if you're not, it's kind of like.
Yeah. Everything I've seen about Song Yadong is that he has incredible swagger, that he's like a super nice guy. I'm worried about him. Am I
You don't
wrong
think
for
he's mean
being
enough?
I don't think he's mean enough. I think that Piotr Jan is going to go in there with a kill or be killed attitude. He's coming off 3 losses now and from championship status.
Yeah, he got something to prove, definitely. I will say he
does.
does have something to prove.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
I
that
might
is
be partial, Song Yadong. Yeah, he's been working. He's been wrestling. He's been boxing. But, I mean, Peter's a stud. You know? Peter's a fucking former champion. I think it's going to be a great fight. I think it's going to be decision. Song by decision.
Yeah.
I think.
There you go.
Get out of there.
There you go.
Peter's hard to fucking.
Yeah. He's a decision machine. Is there a particular fight on UFC 299 that you are absolutely amped for, that you have just been waiting for this card?
I know the Saint Denis Poirier. I know the Sean O'Malley. I mean, Burns Magdalena. I mean, I think the whole card is sick. I just saw the Houghton, Almeida, Curtis Blade. Like, they're finally going to fight.
On the prelims.
On the prelims, yeah.
Go
That's
down more.
wild.
It's a good card. How do you feel about Michael Venom Page?
I don't like him.
Oh,
Spicy. Why not?
I
mean,
don't know. I think he just he's a loudmouth and fucking he was whooping all these dudes in Bellator, and he was talking shit about UFC for all these fucking years, and now he's here, and I don't know. I thought he fought a bunch of fucking bums, which is true, but
for the most part,
we'll see how it goes. We'll see how the fight goes.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not a big fan. Like I said, he talks shit about the UFC, how we're not better, yada yada. But he fought. I looked at the highlights. No. One of those guys was,
Yeah, I didn't know who Cyborg
man.
was till after.
Come on. I don't know.
I like that he's getting.
He feel like he's owed a lot of shit.
Sure. Yeah, I like
how
that
do how do you see that fight going?
Yeah. With Kevin Holland. I have to root for Kevin.
Shit.
You think Holland could sub?
Holland,
I like
that.
He did. He subbed Chiesa. And that's no joke. That is not a joke.
He's a slight. Kevin Holland's a slight favorite in this one.
That's that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
he is.
I don't like how he didn't look like he was in shape. Really, I saw him do some video when he was in the new UFC shit, and I know it was. I'm on the best shape, when you're not in fight camp, but they posted that. In his new UFC shit, he looked as out of shape. Fucking, I don't know if you guys saw what I'm talking about, but it was like a MVPs in the UFC now, and it showed him in like UFC gear, and he was moving around. He just looked out of shape.
He looked like a 36-year-old man.
He looked like he just wasn't in shape.
I think he's fun. They're both fun. That's like one of the reasons I like this one. I know that they probably are putting Kevin Holland in front of him for the hopes of like a Wonder Boy repeat, where like they let Michael Venom Page show off like with the big flashy shit. But I think Holland's gonna go in there to win, and I have to root for him because he's a Texas guy, and that's where I am.
Yeah.
So and he stops burglars and shit on the street of Dallas, like as a hobby. He is Batman in real life in Texas, so I gotta pull for him. It is pretty wild that Blades Almeida fight is on the prelims.
That could be a whole fucking. That could be a main event.
Yeah,
I think.
What do you
better than yesterday? Better than this last weekend's fucking main event.
Yeah, you're ROZENSTRUIK and the fat fuck. As a number of media outlets
quit. I heard that
quit after the fourth. Yeah, he quit after the fourth. Wow. I like Ursig. He had that wicked knockout of Matt Schnell last weekend.
Yeah,
that was brutal. He's been doing that to a lot of guys.
Yeah.
And then Vinicius Oliveira, this new guy. That was a brutal knee. And he lost the first round.
The dude didn't even fucking defend. He just stood there and watched it happen.
Yeah, he was dead tired.
The guy got knee. No setup. He just came in and just cleaned this shit out. It was nice.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Poirier Saint Denis?
I gotta go Poirier because he's the OG, man. But I will tell you this: I've been big on Saint Denis since he arrived. He fought my boy Elijah Zaleski dos Santos. That's the homie on short notice. He lost that, but since then, man, he fucking has been. When he really caught me when he fought Bonfim.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
I was there. When he fucked up, Bonfim's a fucking savage. Because Bonfim went in and fucked up Terrence McKinney. I was like, and Terrence is a fucking gangster. So when dude knocked Terrence out, I was like, who the fuck is that? And then we fought on Fall Week together. He, we became friends, right? And then he fought fucking Saint Denis. He got fucking great.
So
I was just like, damn, Saint Denis is fucking up there. And then this after that, Saint Denis is on the fucking warpath, bro. He's that special force shit ain't no joke.
So let me ask you this. So Dustin Poirier is for sure the biggest step up in competition Saint Denis has ever had. How big of a factor is that?
For sure. That'll be
factor?
more on That'll be more on Dustin's side. That'll be more.
That's
on
what I'm
Dustin.
saying. Yeah.
That'll be on Dustin to prove. I think that's how Dustin will win too, is experience and.
I mean, Dustin is by far the best fighter Saint Denis has ever fought at any level. How do you see that one going? Dustin by decision?
No, I think Dustin will get him out of there at the fucking end of the second, end of the third.
Really?
It'll be back and forth. Saint Denis so good. If it was anyone else, I'd say that Saint Denis is gonna win. Really. I really like Saint Denis, but since it's Dustin,
is it a 5-round fight?
Oh shit, I don't know. I don't think so.
No,
it's the BMF. It's the BMF.
Oh yeah, it's 5. Yeah, okay.
You got those late rounds. I mean, that's when Dustin shined. He got all those guys out of there. A lot of them at the end. I feel like.
No, this isn't BMF. BMF is Holloway Gaethje.
You're right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. My bad.
It still might be 5 though.
It still might be 5, especially because it's Poirier.
Dustin Poirier is not fighting 3 rounds.
No, and I think this. The only thing I'm worried about is, of course, we got what happened to Alexander Volkanovski after a head kick. Of course, that's always a big deal.
Oh, he lost, huh? He lost.
Yeah.
Bad. Gaethje,
Yeah,
he lost bad.
Poirier
I forgot about that.
Head kick knocked out by Gaethje.
Oh,
And
man.
Benoit Saint Denis, I mean, we've got the video that's replaying over and over again of Saint Denis with the head kick of Matt Frivola. So I mean, it's definitely in his arsenal. Benoit Saint Denis' body kicks are what
he's nasty.
They make me feel sick when I see them. And I feel like Dustin might be putting his guard up a little bit high because of the threat of the head kick and the fear of the head kick, and that'll leave his body open. And I worry that those kicks will begin to take a toll or maybe cause him to lower his guard. But I do think that you are absolutely right on his fight IQ. I mean, he just knows. He's been in there enough time that he just knows. Rumor mill is that if he was to lose this fight, that Dustin would be really considering retiring. Which
I saw something like that.
I get it. Yeah, this is the.
I mean, I thought at first they were trying to set him up, they're trying to put fucking Saint Denis on him, But I think Dustin could fucking step up and fucking get it done,
Yeah. And then before we let you go, Max, love to know what your thoughts are on O'Malley and Cheeto in the main event, of course.
O'Malley, Cheeto.
It's hard.
It is hard. I mean, the first fight was kind of close before he got his foot hurt. I mean, nothing really even happened much yet. There's some low kicks, but I believe when you become a champion, man, I believe you get more power. You get extra juice. They say you get 20% better or whatever. I was impressed. What Sean O'Malley has done. I wasn't always a Sean O'Malley guy. I mean, me and him, went to the dispensary back in the day. like when he first got signed, back in the day. So we were cool, but I didn't like how he just fought a bunch of bums. We just didn't like respect that. Like, nah, that's fucking weak.
Chris Moutinho, a bum?
He was
Come
a
on.
late
Oh yes, I
replacement.
am.
He was a late replacement.
Fucking bum. Yes, I do. But he admitted to that. Mel admitted to fighting the guy. I get to pay the same. Let me fight the fucking slugs. Which is smart.
Mm-hmm.
They never gave me any kind of fucking slum. Anyway,
No.
I believe when he beat Peter Yan, that's when I was like,
That was the level up for him.
yeah. When he beat Peter Yan, it was close, but when he beat Peter Yan and like did on his mouthpiece and did that, I was fucking impressed. And then honestly, when he beat Aljo, man,
what else can anyone say?
You gotta respect it now. At least from the fighter's perspective, you got that respect now. And he's just more confident now. Cheeto's been like, he's been fighting well, but he's been taking a long time to get on the gas and kind of waits a little bit long. I think I'm out. I mean, his probably emotion will get him going in this fight, but I think Sean O'Malley's going to try to get him on there fast. And yeah.
Have you ever?
Go ahead.
You mentioned going to the dispensary with Sean, which, by the way, would be like an absolute dream come true to go to a dispensary with you guys. Have you ever trained with him?
No, I know Tim, but no, we haven't trained.
Okay, we've been like really curious just about his ground game, and like I know that he rolls, but it's like how much?
Yeah.
And when is he going to show some of that? Like it seems like his main priority is to get back up every time he's on the ground instead of do something with it.
Yeah, they might grapple in this one a little bit.
I hope so. I want to see
so.
it. I hope so.
I think we talked about this weeks ago. This is like months ago at this point. This is the UFC. They need Sean to have. They can't put him in there with Merab yet because there's a real chance Merab could beat him. I don't think Merab would, but there's a chance Merab could. Maybe not so much after how he looked against Henry.
You don't think Merab could?
Not after how he looked against Henry. I was not impressed by that at all.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that fight. I was there live, I want to say. So I didn't really, like, it's hard to fucking... Sometimes it's hard to see when you're getting faded.
I think Merab could beat him. Henry, Henry hasn't looked good since he fought Mighty Mouse the second time, really. He fought like that emaciated version of TJ Dillashaw, and then he retired. And then he was gone for a long time, and then he came back and he lost to Sterling, which he really had no business being in that fight in the first place. Like, I don't know. I wanted to see Merab. If Merab had stopped him in the first 2 rounds, then I would say, Sean really has something to worry about with him. But today, I don't think so. Now, if Sean struggles for 5 rounds with Cheeto, like a 5-round decision is not good for Sean. He needs to close the show.
I think so. I worry about Merab against Sean just because, Merab is so loyal to Longo and so is Aljo. And if he has that same sort of just get in as close as you can, as fast as you can, we just get Aljo part 2.
Yeah.
Just a knockout coming in. That'd be rough.
You think Merab beats Aljo?
Yeah, I do. I think Merab beats Aljo, but I hope they never fight. I hope they can keep that friendship alive. I like them as like an odd couple type pair, and I think they're good for each other as training partners. For sure. But anyway, how do you think this fight ends?
I think a stoppage. I think either Sean like hitting him with the right hand, or like Marlon getting some like ground and pound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Marlon's gonna go for a repeat and just head straight for the perennial nerve
Probably.
and go? Yeah, just do the same thing. Try and get it done
Probably,
again.
but you gotta know that dude's gonna try to kick or punch off the kick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
What is
For
the
sure.
if you're a guy like if you're anyone going in against Sean O'Malley, why are you trying to double leg him or something after seeing what happened with Sterling?
You should probably try to corral him and then get him like on the cage.
Like if you were, I guess what I'm asking is if you were coaching Cheeto, what would you try to tell him to do?
Probably that.
Yeah.
Close the distance, but don't barrel in. Slight
Yeah.
pressure, work your way in. Like I said, corral him, cut him off, and work him back to the cage and fucking fight him in close. Yeah, probably fight him in close.
Kind of try to use because Cheeto's quite a bit smaller. Like try to almost use that to his advantage, make him sort of punch down at you, that sort of thing.
But even probably closer than that,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah, I mean, Sean's long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He
and they have the
throw elbows and shit, really, and knees, really.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
you
happy
gotta fight
again.
him inside.
I'm happy you're on here because I think you can shed some light on this. Their first fight was in the Apex, which is a much smaller octagon.
It is. It is small.
How big of a difference does that play?
Way
'Cause
big. I can't even see the fucking guy over there. Like,
Really?
is that Carlos Condit? It's far, man. It's far.
Props to you on that fight, by the way.
30 feet connects to 24. It's a lot farther than it seems.
Mhm.
Like, it's a lot more than it fucking seems. Yeah.
But that favors Sean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be harder. You never won't even get to the fucking fence.
I heard him
You know?
saying
Damn.
that if it was like a jiu-jitsu competition and there was no cage, he would never lose. Because nobody would ever be able to get close enough to him.
Sean.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the karate combat at all? Like with
No, but I knew this guy Bruno Assis is in it that I fucking spar with over Team Alpha Male. He's a pretty bad fucking crazy little dude.
Yeah.
Bruno Assis, yeah.
Huh. I know that Benson Henderson and Pettis had a rematch, and that looked pretty fun, which is pretty cool. I like it. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer, my friend. I'm happy you were able to come back on again and chat some fights with us, talk about Fightopia a little bit. We even got into the card talk a little, talk about FilthBomb. They're good guys. I got to drop into their whatnot a little bit more often.
Yeah.
They're always pulling some crazy shit.
Yeah, they're on the crazy baseball shit. They be doing like 100 Ks breaks and shit. Fucking.
That's wild. I saw them pull that Otani Babe Ruth 101 dual auto. Shit. They had a $1 million bounty on that card, and they pulled it in the first box.
Who are you talking about?
The FilthBombBreaks.
Who is on? What are those names that were on the card? I don't know what you're referring to.
They had a dual auto card where they had Babe Ruth, like one of his old autos, cut out, put on the card.
Babe Ruth autograph.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, and Shohei Otani.
I don't know who that is. Yeah, that's the one I was asking about. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, from here, sir, I think we'll wish you a very good night. Got to hit that to go, and I'll post this up in a couple of days and do all that good stuff. And, man, look forward to having you on again.
Yes, sir. Big news coming soon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of news? Fuck. No sneak peeks, damn it.
I'll
Shit,
keep y'all posted.
Hell yeah. We look forward to it, man. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you, bro. Good to see you.
Thanks, Max.
All right, y'all.
Talk soon.
Yeah, peace.
And now it's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast picks.
He likes Kevin Holland and Macy Barber.
And Song Yadong.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of the props fell off the biggest fights on this. I don't know if you guys caught that. Like Sean by knockout is not there anymore.
Nope, it is not.
Now I'm going to tell you this. Speaking of snooze you lose, I got it yesterday, but it's not there today. So,
well, shit.
I don't
Anyway.
know about the Dustin thing, man. That you can get him at less than a knockout, but I don't know. I guess if he subs him, then you still get the 0.5 knockouts lower. But
Oh, really? I got knockouts on here.
no. Sean O'Malley, there's no knockouts. I'm saying I don't like Dustin by knockout.
Gotcha. I feel ya. Well then, let's take a look at this card. UFC 299 kicking off with Joanne Calder-Wood. No, she's not Calder-Wood. She's just Wood. And Marina Moroz.
Is that a real thing?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
Yeah. We don't have to dig too deep into these. CJ Vergara, Asu Almabayev.
Couple of good ones.
Another-
America's favorite Frenchman, Josh Parisian.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get-
Yanku Talaba on the early prelims. That's fun.
Dude, right?
And Michelle
And
Pereira.
Michelle Pajeda.
Yeah.
Also. I think if there is any like guaranteed lock on this card, it is that Josh Parisian will lose. I looked at Rebellious. This guy's a monster.
The
This
Spania.
dude, yeah, he is brutal, and
He's also fucking huge. 6'7". Good lord.
yeah, he's massive for heavyweight. Like he is a heavyweight athlete. Kind of looks like a feeder fight.
Can we get him
boost
by knockout?
That's a good question.
To pit? No, just significant strikes. 22.5.
And they would put 22.5 because it probably
this
won't
is like
go there.
this new app, which shall not be named until we're a sponsor. They are stingy with some of these picks, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. That's wild.
It's okay.
Anyway.
I support it.
Yeah. Michelle Pajeda's back. Mikhail Oleksilenik. Tried to say his... Oleksiejczyk. Yeah, thank you. You're much better at that. And Ion Kudalaba at Felipe Lenz. Are any of these jumping out at either of you?
No. I mean, they're fun early prelims for sure. But no.
Yeah. These are by the pay-per-view prelims.
Now, the prelims, this is better than the last couple Fight Night cards we've had. So this is one of the best sets of prelims we've ever seen. There are 5, 6, 7 of the 8 fighters are ranked in the top 15. That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you guys, from fight number, really from the start of the prelims through the main event, unless someone gets hurt, this is one of the best fight cards we've ever seen. This is really good. This is Banger City indeed.
Yeah.
Go to Pound Town.
Pedro
Macy has a
Munoz.
good over-under number on significant strikes, by the way. 64.5.
Oh.
I'm gonna be honest with you. How do you guys feel? I'm gonna call it like an audible to the audible. What if we made like a different like Max Griffin's sort of endorsed pick where we have Kevin Holland by sub and Macy over on the significant strikes, and then like something else or three other things, just maybe Almeida by knockout, Poirier not to knock out BSD and something else, and like just ran with a secondary set of picks, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not necessarily opposed.
Could I speed through them any quicker for you guys? Hey Ryan, what's on your hand there? What did I just see in your hand there? Oh, all right. I thought we were gonna be ring bros. I did. I got the shiny black one though. I'm not paying an extra $100 for it to be matte black. Yeah. Ooh. So you going Horizon or the ridged one? Okay, that's the I actually consider that, but I'm wearing it as my like wedding band, and so I wanted the all round one. It's right there. You see it? So. That's true. And the heart rate, they say it's most accurate on your index finger. I got the sizing kit too, and I put it on my index finger, and I have like apparently weirdly stubby index fingers, and it looked fucking stupid. So, and my wife was like, "You're definitely not wearing that unless you only wear it to bed." And so I was like, "All right, fine." I will. And so then I went back and forth. I ended up going with the size that I normally wear, which I was a little surprised by. And then I was a little worried it wasn't going to be accurate. But the heart rate, like if you just do the live view, is pretty much exactly what my Apple Watch says most of the time. So it's close enough. I will tell you this, the recovery scores, I'll have full thoughts when I've had a few more days with it. But the recovery, like they call it readiness, I think it tends to skew a little higher than the Whoop did. Just like the way the algorithm works. It's also tough because I'm definitely in the best shape I've been in quite some time, and I didn't consistently wear a Whoop in this type of shape, so it's tough to know. But I've been enjoying it. I like how out of the way it is. It took me like a day to get used to it, and I'm happy with it.
Nice.
Anyway,
I didn't see Song on here. Oh, he's right there.
No. Dustin
Decision.
Not to get a knockout. Sorry.
Well, you think no?
No, I don't think there's a chance in hell he knocks out BSD.
Well, isn't that what Max said though? He thinks he's gonna finish him off.
Yeah, but then when you
second?
mentioned him getting head kicked, he was like, "Oh fuck, yeah, that's right."
Yeah. So no knockout.
I mean, you guys could talk me into the knockout, but I don't know. Brian, what do you think?
I'm on the no knockout.
Yeah, me too. Got it.
Yep. Okay. He also picked Song, but he said it was going to be tough, and clearly, yeah. Yeah. So are we just not going to throw Yudong on there?
No, because I would like to win it, so no.
Okay. So we're going to pit lower on the knockouts for Dustin, submission for Holland, and higher on significant strikes for Macy.
Yep.
And that's going to be our Max Pain Griffin picks.
Are you playing
Cool.
it standard or insured? So I'm playing it. It's played.
All
It's
right,
played.
we're playing it.
All right, cool. Now we'll make actual picks because Dustin Poirier is definitely not going to be BST. I don't think. I don't see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. If anything, I could see him submitting him, but I'm not that comfortable in that. I don't see it.
All right. Then for the
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier on the ground's a beast.
yeah, he's no slouch, but neither's Benoit, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, we can't really call him Boner St. Penis anymore.
I know, right? I still it took all of efforts of mine to not say that. How wouldn't it be fun to hang out in the garage with Anthony Hernandez and Max Pain Griffin and smoke a bowl and spar?
I don't think I have. No, not the sparring part. I don't think I have the constitution to handle an afternoon like that. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh man, I'd just be like, "Hey guys, I can do the truffle shuffle." Like that's as much combat sports I can throw out at you guys. Um, are there any lock-ins that we should be talking about for making these picks? We prefer to usually stick to the main card, and I'm all for it since it's a 5-5 main card. For me, this is just a really hard one to pick.
Why?
Like,
Which one? I'm sorry.
Frankly, all of them except for Piotr Jan and probably O'Malley. Like those are my two most locked in.
Oh no, it's 5
in my
now.
mind.
It's not 6 anymore. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll just main card. I think is Curtis Blades going to get it done against Joseph Almeida?
I don't think so. I think
Almeida-
Curtis Blades is in trouble.
It was Derek Lewis. He didn't look great against him.
That is true. They went to decision.
Mhm.
Almeida and Lewis went to decision. That's not a good look for Almeida. I think Almeida is going to be way too dangerous on the ground for Curtis Blades, and Curtis Blades is going to try and take him there. Like, that's the first thing that jumps out at me.
Right.
But this could also just be a snooze fest.
It could be.
This
I
could-
have no idea what to make of it, and I'm glad we don't have to pick it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then let's talk about Piotr Jan and Song Yadong.
Unless we think one
The
of them
only
gets
pick
a
available?
knockout. I don't think a submission's coming. A
I don't think-
bunch of numbers have fallen off because these options did not look like this yesterday.
Damn. So we've got a knockout for Yang, a submission for Jan, or significant strike 69.5, high or lower for Jan. And then for Song Yadong, we have knockout or submission. Man, I don't see a knockout happening in this fight. Myself. So I tend to lean towards the significant strikes. Mm-hmm.
Song doesn't get hit all that much. Only 3.73 a minute.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Get those fight significant strikes absorbed. Yeah, 3.37 a minute. I think that the lower on significant strikes is probably the wisest choice, but we've talked about significant strikes on this show before.
It's so difficult.
What is the... There we go.
Okay.
Lower on significant strikes. I'm for it. Do you think Piotr Jan wins?
I don't know enough about Song Yadong. Well, let me ask you,
Fair
when was the last time Peter Yan looked good, like really good?
Aljamain won.
And-
He didn't look terrible against Sean.
You
like, he
sure
didn't
Aljamain won? Because he
I mean,
was
of
winning
course he
that
got-
fight, and then, yeah, I don't know. And so
He just
then
fucked it up.
He beat Sandhagen.
Yeah. Well, Song Yadong lost to Sandhagen. Got knocked out. So, he looked good against Chris Gutierrez. He knocked out Ricky Simone, who's a bit of a beast. The Marlon Moraes doesn't really mean too much anymore. Not when it happened. So, I mean, he's solid. He's definitely solid. Piotr Jan, 3 losses in a row right now. But it's Merab, O'Malley, and Sterling. Like, literally the 3 fighters.
Yeah.
The top 3. And he beat Sandhagen. So I think I think Jan has something to prove. I really do, and I don't think he's gonna let Yadong cloud that judgment.
But
But
you
I'm still
still think
for.
the under?
I still think the under
Okay.
on significant strikes.
Even if he knocks him out early or catches him in a submission, we still probably get that. So that probably works.
Yep.
I have
Alright.
no idea what to make of this next one.
This is one of the three that I also have no idea.
It's
what
weird
to
to
make
me
of
that
it.
Gilbert Burns is not the favorite here.
Really,
I think Gilbert Burns is a really good fighter.
he is. He's very good. Any initial thoughts on how this fight goes?
Granted, he has lost twice in a row.
Mm-hmm. Our options are knockout, submission for either Burns or Madalena. And Madalena, we have an extra 2. Significant strikes of 62.5, or that he will not get the knockout.
Jack Della wins 80% of his fights by knockout, although he doesn't have some of his numbers on the UFC website are not loaded.
He knocked out Emiv Roberts, Rude Boy Randy Brown. He subbed him, and his last 2 have gone to decision. Hafez and Kevin Holland.
I don't know the answer to this one.
Gilbert Burns. I mean, Jack Della puts out a lot of fucking punches. And that might be able to keep Burns away. Might.
What's his landed per minute? Oh shit, 7.2.
Mm-hmm.
So Gilbert absorbs only 3.3. But was the significant strikes, was it 60? Yeah, 62.
It's tough. That's a tough one. But is he... I mean, Burns fought Khamzat, whose output is probably just as high. But, yeah. What do you think
Ryan,
on
be the
this one,
voice of
Ryan?
reason.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What's, Jack's takedown defense?
It's not loaded, at least for me.
Oh, yeah, I got 0% on this. He also played rugby growing up. So that could actually help with the grappling aspect. I'm inclined to agree with Ryan on the significant strikes. I'm also not too opposed to the knockout on this one.
Hmm.
But I think I want to stick with the 6 strikes.
When was the
I
last
do.
time Gilbert Burns got knocked out?
Geez. That's a great question. And I don't know. Last 2 losses were Bilal Muhammad and Chimaev, both by
Kamaru
UD.
in 2021.
That's right. And he just kind of gassed by the end of the 3rd. He was just done. He also got knocked out by Dan Hooker. Okay.
I don't
All right.
hate the over on strikes.
No, I'm for it. I'm for it. Let's do it. And if he's landing 7 a minute, he's throwing a 7 a minute, he should be able to hit that. I like it. Then we move up to the next bout of the night, which is Kevin Holland and Michael Venom Page. Does it?
You don't
Do you
like
think
MVP
he'll
by
land him
knockout?
though? I feel like MVP will be fast enough to get out of the way myself. But I'm also cool with that over on significant strikes because I do think you're right. I think it stays up.
How is and that to me, MVP is a kickboxer, right? Yeah, he's Wonder Boy with a different amount of melanin in his skin, right? Am I saying? And that Kevin Holland, remember, quit on the stool. He's there you go. He's the English Wonder Boy. So Captain Britain. That's a deep cut for you.
Michael Page did lose a BKFC boxing match against Mike Platinum Perry.
That
It
to
was
me
a
is
decision.
that's a guy who was born to bare knuckle.
Fair. So do we still go with the 6 strikes, or do we follow Max
So
and
this
take the
says
submission?
this says MVP only absorbs a half a strike per minute. So that can't be right.
He's very evasive.
Then I
He's
don't see how with a clear mind we take the over on 64.5 in 3 rounds. Kevin lands 4.39, sure, but I don't know.
That's that pulls me towards the lower. Is just that ability for Venom Page to get out of
There's
the
no
way.
way that absorb number is right. There's no way.
Hey, which one are we taking? Higher or lower? Higher or lower?
Ryan, go ahead. You
Higher.
think the higher?
I'm
I
for
already
it.
gave my opinion. All right, let's
I'm
do
for
it. That's fine. Let's do it.
Alrighty. I'm for it. Let's do it. And then we've got Poirier Saint Denis. We basically have a lot of
I
options.
think there's an
but
obvious one here. No. But I see how you're getting there. I think lower on subs for BSD.
Interesting.
I
Okay.
don't see how he. I mean, he has submitted guys, but Dustin Poirier is not guys. Has he ever been submitted?
Khabib.
Okay, outside
rear
of
naked
literally
choked him.
the greatest submission artist of all time. Nope, Charles Oliveira submitted him. Yeah, you're right.
So
And you know
Charles
what?
and
I
Khabib.
felt dumb saying it. I want to admit that right here and now. I felt dumb saying it.
Okay.
So he's only been subbed by 2 of the greatest submission guys, not artists, there's ever been. And Oliveira probably is the greatest. So
Okay.
BSD, he'll sub a bitch for sure. But it doesn't seem like that's been his thing in the UFC. Yes, he will. He submitted Bomb Theme, Stoltz. Yeah, those guys aren't Dustin Poirier. Let's be real. Yes. Yeah. But do you feel better about the lower on takedowns or the higher on takedowns? Hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
does.
Yes. Good Lord. 4.55 per 15 minutes. Dustin's takedown defense is 6.3. Ugh.
I do too.
I just don't see it with Dustin Poirier. And that is us respecting the diamond.
Yep. I agree. And then we move into the main event. Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's got a sub option.
God, I wish we could pick him to sub him. How sick would that be? If he
we
subs
can
Cheeto
pick
Vera.
him to sub him.
No, we can't because it's not going to happen. We want to actually start winning some money here. So
Yes. Yeah. And then the other option we have.
what do you guys actually think here? So Cheeto gets hit. He absorbs 5.16. Sean lands 7.25. Sean's average fight time is 8 minutes. Cheeto's is 12. Yeah. But how many, let's be honest, I'm going to remove my Sean O'Malley bias here. How many guys has he fought that are at Sean O'Malley's level today? Sandhagen, and he lost. And Sandhagen, I'm sorry, is not at Sean O'Malley's level. He head kicked the shit out of Dominic Cruz. Old Dominic Cruz. I mean, who else, right? Other than early Sean O'Malley. I don't know.
No, I think this goes all the way.
Do you really?
This goes all the way.
You think this is the guy that pushes O'Malley 25 minutes?
Well, that's happened before.
No, it hasn't.
Petr Yan.
No, that was a 3-round fight.
It was 3?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Rob Font is being credited with 271 significant strikes for what it's worth.
Against Cheeto?
When he fought Cheeto. Yeah, Sean O'Malley has never been... Has he ever even been to... Yeah, just with Petr Yan. He's never been to the cards otherwise.
Huh. Okay.
Except against Saukamath in 2018. That went to decision. And so, and actually, he went 458 into the third against a guy named Ware in 2017. But modern day Sean O'Malley, and that was a 3-round fight with Petr Yan.
Huh.
And that fight was starting to turn. That thing was going to be over in the fourth if it had kept going.
So we're leading higher.
I don't know. So you think he gets laid into the fourth or fifth championship rounds? Yes. That number is, it is for sure. That number is just very high. Mm-hmm.
Be a lot of kicks.
There's never been Marlon has never fought a striker like Sean O'Malley. Except when he fought Sean O'Malley.
fair. I'm okay with the higher on this one. Because I tend to agree.
I will go with you on this one this time because I do have Sean by knockout in a different set that's no longer available. So I will
There you go.
play with you, boys and girls.
Then we have our picks.
I'm playing it. It's played. Can't take it back now.
Are we playing in shirt or standard?
Nope, I played in shirt on this one because I think Sean finishes him inside of 4. Or sometime in the first 4 rounds. I don't think it gets to the 5th.
Cool. I'm for
But
it.
you guys should play standard. I played a standard. Listen to this one. I don't feel as good about it anymore. I think I sent it to you guys. I have Holland. No. Where is it? Here it is. I have MVP, Sean O'Malley, and BSD all by knockout, and it pays out like 62-1 or something if that happens. So it's not gonna, but I hope that it does.
That's wild.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks.
There we go.
Another episode in the books. In the can. In the box is also a sexual reference. That's what I'm told. Yeah. What are we sending it out on?
BSD will sub a bitch. 2024.
Yeah, you know why I love MMA so much? It's pretty neat. That is 100% true, but it's also because it brings us together.